Hello everyone, I am Aditya Kulkarni and I will be presenting our paper titled Optimal Budget Allocation for Crowdsourcing Labels for Graphs, accepted at UAI 2023. Consider a graph which we want to label. To obtain labels for each node of the graph, we can hire domain experts. However, hiring domain experts is costly. An alternative is to hire crowd workers who are cheap to hire, but they provide noisy labels. Therefore, we may have to label each node multiple times to be confident. Given a specific budget where a label from crowd worker costs 1 unit of budget, how can we maximize labeling accuracy? We solve this optimization problem by taking advantage of the correlation in the graph. Next, I will discuss how exactly we take advantage of the correlation in the graph to reduce labeling costs and maximize labeling accuracy in a given budget. Let's take an example input graph. The existing methods label each node without considering the graph structure. They do not take advantage of the correlation in the graph, and they need to obtain at least one worker label for each node of the graph to infer its label. Therefore, the labeling process can be expensive. Our proposed approach considers the graph structure and takes advantage of the correlation in the graph to propagate labeling information throughout the graph. The forward propagation that propagates information from leaf nodes to the chosen node is depicted by red arrows. And the backward propagation, which propagates the new label information from chosen node to the leaf nodes, is depicted by green arrows. At each timestamp, obtaining a label for a node can influence the graph differently to obtaining the label for a different node. Therefore, next I will discuss how to choose the best node to label in the graph at each timestamp. In this work, we consider binary labeling task. Therefore, for each node, we have two potential labels that a crowd worker can provide. It can be +1 or it can be -1. If the label is +1, then let the reward be R1. And if the label is -1, then let the reward be R2. For each potential label, the reward is the change in labeling accuracy in the graph due to the newly obtained label. With these two potential labels, we estimate the expected reward following graph OBA EXP, or we can be optimistic by choosing the highest possible reward among R1 and R2 following graph OBA OPT. We calculate potential reward for all nodes in the graph and choose the node with the highest potential reward to obtain worker label at each timestamp. Thank you.